Okay, I'm going to be digging up some of my tubers to find out how many are under there. I have a tuber sale coming up March 1st, and so I'm digging up. Right now I'm going to dig up the RM watermelon. Cars are a little loud. RM watermelon to find out how many I have, and that'll let me know how many are available for the sale. So I'm going to show you how I dig them, how I clean them, and if there's a clear eye, I might divide them today, but if not, they get a lot easier to see later on. So we'll start digging. The easiest thing to use is a pitchfork. Big ones are great, but I find that it's a lot easier to use a smaller one so that you don't stab the tubers. And right down here is my label. I have these on my Amazon favorites, but they last so nicely. Like you can see clearly RM watermelon. I know what Dahlia's down there, and they last really nicely. Also, as I'm digging them up, the traffic right now. There's traffic on Cedar Flats Road. As I'm digging them up, I put all of the same variety in one of these plastic crates so that I keep them straight, because tags can fall off, and if I dig more than one variety at a time, inevitably I'm going to lose a tag and not know what kind it is, and then it's just a mess. And the rain started. Perfect timing. So you want to give your tubers quite a bit of room so that you, they can grow out really wide. Give them some room before you stab down in there. Just kind of loosen the soil around them. And we'll just hope it's a really big tuber clump. Okay, hopefully you can kind of see. Gently break away the soil. Ooh, I can hear some snapping, which isn't good. Okay, this is not as many as I would have hoped for. But some of those unicorn dahlias don't make as many tubers, and that's why they're hard to get, because they're hard to get a lot of. Okay, I'm gonna grab the hose and we can spray this off so you can see how many are there. Okay. So out of this clump, it's hard to tell right now. The first thing I will do, and I should have grabbed my snippers anyway, but I would snip off all of the roots on the edge. And then just try and find like the easiest one to divide. So maybe you guys can see this one right here has a nice, there's like a head to it, and I can see some eyes. It's probably hard to see on that video, but just trust me. So I don't know, I will probably get 4 or 5 tubers out of this mess, and I'm gonna put it in the crate with the right tag. Don't forget that. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will try and look. So you can see these are not that, oh, what's the word? There's not that many, but there's a few. So this tuber is viable. I can see an eye in that tuber too. They don't have to be huge. I mean, this tuber will produce a plant just as healthy and large as a really large tuber would do. So save all of them, and as long as they have eyes on them, you're good to go. This one you'll see how many I just broke. Or maybe they were already damaged underneath. Ooh, yeah, this looks like something was eating it. That sucks. See that? That is not from me. That is something eating the tubers underneath the ground. So that means I need to get my cat out here. She's really good at, it's most likely voles, which are smaller than moles. It could be moles too. We do have moles all over this yard, but we've had the most trouble with voles, which are smaller. Do I always leave them in the ground over winter? I do. So I've dug them up in the winter and tried to store them, and just storing them at the right humidity and the right temperature has been quite a pain for me. So I started leaving them in the ground and just testing, and like 100% no rot when I leave them in the ground. So you're going to want to make sure that your soil is well draining. And you can see I always pile leaves on top of my garden beds, and that really helps like keep them safe from freezing. They never freeze. It keeps them safe from too much rain. I know, bandits, exactly. Can you even believe? And this is RM watermelon. Like, this is one that does not put on a lot of tubers, and I really want to share with people because it's bred right here in Olympia. Oof, that makes me mad. Hopefully the rest of the bed is not this bad. Okay, I'm going to turn you a little bit so you can see the rest. Fingers crossed. Loosen it up. Okay, this one was broken off anyway, but it looks like it'll be good. If it breaks at the neck, if it would have broken off at the neck, that would have been a problem. But it's still solid here, and you can see, hopefully you can see those little white dots. Those are eyes. So this is a perfectly good tuber that no voles ate. Yay. And I should have brought my snips, but what I would do is I would just cut it flush right there. Flat? Whatever the word is. Another one broke off, but again, it broke perfectly. So you can see I'm gonna cut this one off because that one's Generally, like if it's as thin as a pencil, you wouldn't want to keep it, but I don't know, it might grow a whole plant. I just heard a child. Could be mine. Anyway, on here, those white dots are eyes. So that's a viable tuber as well. So, bummer. This one right here broke, probably due to my pitchfork, but maybe something else, maybe a vole. Anyway, it's sharing that little head right there with the eyes. It's kind of sharing it with this tuber. What I might do is cut that all out and leave this extra part here. So the plant grows from the eye and it gets all of the energy from the tuber. So if I leave that extra little bit there, it might give it a little more energy to grow as long as it's not rotting. So I might leave that and that connected. But whenever I start dividing, I just go for the easiest ones first and hope for the best. These little ones like this, something that small probably isn't going to grow a plant. But if there's multiple connected to an eye, I might keep it and see what happens. Not my best digging. So earlier too, I said that these tags are linked in my favorites, but they just really do a nice job. You can see very clearly RMW, which is RM watermelon. And that's been there all winter. Lasted just fine. And I'm keeping them all of the same variety in this plastic crate. What I'll probably do is let them dry out for a couple of days. Not too long, but I will keep them in the garage where it's cool, it won't freeze, and they can get a little bit drier. And then I'll start dividing them up. So satisfying, yay! Okay, so this one broke apart too, but I'm having good luck with the ones that are breaking. Because, you can see those light spots up there are eyes, and I'm confident I can cut this one in half so that this will be connected to an eye, this one will be connected to an eye, and I might even be able to finagle this one. So, yay! Okay, we'll see if I have any more of the watermelon variety in this bed. I think that might have been it. That one's American Dawn. Yep, I think that's it for RM watermelon. I didn't get a ton of tubers. I have a few more to dig up in a different bed, but hopefully I'll be able to divide, those ones up. And like I said, in my sale on March 1st, it'll be a limited supply for sure. I only need to keep like 10 of them or so. And I don't know, there's probably 20 viable tubers in there. So we'll see how many more I can dig up, and then, yeah, I'll just keep going. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining.